But what's interesting about Japanese culture is Japanese seem to be very good at accepting things they can't control, events, and they
Mhm.
have that expression, as you would know, a shogunai. So they're
Right.
very good at accepting things they can't control, and they don't seem to complain. But in terms of relationship, sort of discovered how much they're very cautious about sharing their true feelings.
Hmm.
And the opposite seems true in the West. You know, if something happens beyond our control, we have a tendency to complain and vent and get angry and why does this always happen to me kind of mentality. But maybe we're more trusting in our relationships where we're pretty open to people
Hmm.
and we're not as fearful or cautious when we share personal aspects of our life.
I certainly experienced so. I mean, felt so when I first time went to the United States for my degrees. I mean, education too. That it was very pleasant actually. That how they would just jump in and they would just say things or do things and see what the other party friends would probably feel. Maybe if they judge, that's their loss potentially type of mentality almost. And I think there is some level of almost in a way that Japanese people, well, those people, Western people, try not to control it. There are others, so you cannot control other people. Type of discourse
Mm.
is very prevalent, which is not necessarily the case in Japan. Sometimes that maybe we think that it's a relationship. It's there's something wrong about you. There is always you in that relationship that
Yeah.
you should be doing something. You should not be doing something. Type of mentality, always working in the back of the head, which is sometimes very stressful. So
It's not very
yeah.
healthy, but it's
Mhm.
understandable, and I think everyone can relate. I mean, there's a quote I found quite powerful, but I'm not sure is realistic. So there's a quote, I don't know whose it is, but it's something along the lines that we should be indifferent of the good or bad opinion of others.
Mhm.
And that might be
Mm.
something to aspire to. But, we do want positive feedback from the people who define
Right.
us or from the people we care about. And so, yeah,
Mhm.
if you share something with someone you care about and they say, "Oh, yeah, they find a negative aspect of it," that's probably going to upset you a little. Um,
Yes.
and maybe through life experience, we understand, okay, ultimately, yeah, you've got to be happy with your own choices and
Right.
the opinions of others you can't control. But I think you still want that positive feedback,
Right.
like you want
I
the
think
positive
they
shared experience.
right. And then the point about that, as we age and as we live more is that hopefully we will have some sort of not necessarily more of ibasho, but the really clear idea of where your ibasho is. Where your partner is maybe, or certain type of friends, long term friends, best friends, old friends, where you can just always go to and you just know it. So that's, I think, something that's not necessarily clear and available to younger adults. And I think that's one of the reasons potentially, again, in terms of interpersonal relationships that young adults may struggle in terms of ikigai.